Good morning, everybody. What's up, Chicago? How y'all doing out there? This is your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Miss Hip Hop, and I'm here to talk about the Kanye West Chicago listening party, Donda. Okay, it was quite an experience to say the least. I want to talk about why Kanye named the album Donda. Now, in a 2004 interview with the Chicago Tribune, Donda shared her early memories of Kanye's future career as a music artist, saying, "We were coming back from a short vacation in Michigan when he was just 5 years old, and he composed a poem in the back seats. The one line that sticks with me is the trees are melting black. It was late fall, and the trees had no leaves. He saw how those limbs were etched against the sky, and he described them the way a poet would." Yeah, that was beautiful. Now, Donda, she served as a chairwoman at the Chicago State University English department, which, and I'm gonna keep saying it, my mother was a part of her class, and that right there is history. And she used to talk about raising Kanye West in the classroom, and the kids would raise their hands in the air and say, "Who's Kanye?" They wouldn't even say his name properly because we didn't know how to pronounce it. I say we because I used to go to school with my mom all the time in Chicago State. So yeah. Now, talking about the actual album, Donda, in the beginning of one of his songs called Praise God, there is a poem being recited by his mother, Donda West. It's called Speech to the Young, Speech to the Progress. Among them were Nora and Henry III that helped collaborate this. And this poem was written by the one and only Gwendolyn Brooks. Rest in peace, beautiful lady. Now, yay. I said all that to say that Kanye started off as a poet, okay? And he was told throughout his lifetime, "Oh, you can't rap, you can't rap." But Kanye was more than just a rapper, y'all. He was into beat making too. He spent 3 summers in his bedroom making beats, and that got him to meet Jay-Z, and to the point to where he is now. And his mother was the only one that had his back through it all. Him and his mother, Donda, shared a very special and unbreakable bond. She is the one that helped push his music career to where it is today, like literally. So when people say like questions like, why did he name the album Donda? Well, because he hadn't spoke on her name since she passed away from plastic surgery, like literally cosmetic surgery. He hadn't spoken her name since then. I mean, every time that he would, I remember I saw him on the Jay Leno show, and he damn near was in tears. I would have been in tears too, you know? And you know, when people get to a certain status, a status quo in their career, their fans, even their supporters, look at them as they are not even human, meaning they have no emotions, they have no feelings. So Kanye went numb for a really long time, y'all. You know, he went through a lot of ups and downs without his mom being there. That's sad, you know. He had her grandchildren that he would never be able to take them to her to meet. But I do believe that Donda is Kanye West's guardian angel. I do believe that. I do believe at that listening party, you guys, it was very ritual, you know. It was a resurrection, like literally. I want to take it back to the first 2 listening parties that I spoke about that he had at the ATL Benz Stadium in, like I said, Atlanta. Donda West, first of all, let me tell you, she was born July 12th, 1949. She would have been 71 this year. Okay. That first listening party in Atlanta took place on July 22nd. That was 10 days after Donda's birthday. That was the first listening party. The second listening party took place on my birthday, August 5th. The third listening party I actually went to, like I said, in Chicago, was August 26th. Okay. Let me tell you, you guys, when I did the first two on Kanye West, I said at the end that we look forward to the piano strings given by the album. And so then I turn around and find out literally a month later that Kanye had invited a sixth grader who was 10 years old, Zen Machine Hung, okay, to come on stage and play the piano. I thought that was awesome, okay? This child, she attends the Kaufman Music Center, and at the Kaufman Music Center, they teach music as a hardcore subject matter, as they should, okay? She was able to play the beginning of Come to Life. And this child, man, her fingers as they glide across the piano is magnificent. I would like to see her perform the Flight of the Bumblebee. I think that would be amazing, absolutely. I would also like to talk about, sorry guys, that's my cat in the background. He's making a loud roar right now, so yeah. Anyway, Ye was considered by Baby Kim an idol and an icon, which indeed he is. Now he said that because after him and Travis Scott was on the beginning of Praise God, he stated that on his Twitter account, and he was right. Now, what I want to say about the whole listening party in general, I had no reason to understand why Kanye brought Marilyn Manson to the listening party. That listening party was the strangest event I had ever been to. And I'm not like disrespecting Kanye's views on how he does things or anything. It was just an eerie feeling. And I said that before we actually, walked into the stadium. It was a bunch of people walking, and we were 3 hours late. And I said, oh man, this is like a paranormal activity night, because we went around in a circle 3 times before we got to the concert. It was mad traffic. That was just crazy, a crazy setup right there. Then when we get in the joint, it is over 4,000 people there. I'm talking about a swoop of faces in the crowd. We got to go up, 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 up. I felt like I was falling. When we finally get to our seats, I'm crying like a freaking baby, because I was just so amazed at the turnout, the event of people still coming, even 3 hours late. You know how people are, CP? Black people are always late, but it was more than just black people there. It was a whole bunch of people there, okay? So I was just like, oh my God, y'all. And then the frequencies of the music hitting everybody all at once, it was an incredible feeling. The resurrection of his house built on on top of mulch, which was not mulch, it was the sand, the dirt built up at the bottom of the display of his childhood home with the cross. And then here come Marilyn Manson sitting on the front porch of all of that. And the baby too. Everybody that was pretty much involved in the album was there, except for like Jay-Z and stuff, you feel me? So I think that Kanye had Marilyn Manson there and the baby for the same reason. They were being condemned from the media. Kanye West was condemned for his political beliefs with Donald Trump, and he remembers that. So we as the people really don't know what's going on. We don't know the full truth. So that's why he had Marilyn Manson there, because he was there on 4 accounts of sexual assaults from 4 different women, and of course the baby with his homophobic, comments and such of things of that nature. So he had both of them on the Going to Jail Tonight track. And I know a lot of people like, I didn't know that Marilyn Manson was on that track. You have to listen closely because they're syncing their voices together, Kanye West and Marilyn Manson. And it's a very powerful effect. So Marilyn Manson is a devil worshiper. Kanye West worships Jesus Christ. So it was a big mashup. But like I said, I felt like he was trying to dwell in between the light and the darkness and to combine them at once. Because you need, when I say you need both, I'm just saying like there is no darkness without light, period. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not giving no praise to the darkness. I swear I am not on anything. I have both my hands up to surrender that fact. What I'm saying is we are all human beings. And when there's a time of being convicted of something that we truly don't have knowledge on, somebody like Kanye West brings it to light. Okay? He follows the God in him, you know? So when people say, why was Marilyn Manson there? Well, I just told you. Kanye West, y'all, the media took pictures of him crying like a baby on stage, knowing that he's dealing with mental health issues. You know, had breakdowns all throughout his career, knowing that he's dealing with bipolar issues, whether we knew it then or not. Now you freaking know, and you're still condemning the man. And he's like, well, you're not going to condemn the baby under my time. You're not going to condemn somebody even like Marilyn Manson here on my time. You know, I really liked that listening party. I felt like I was a part of history. I kept telling people like, yo, although the tickets were skyrocketed, although, you know, we was like paid for tickets for like a NBA game or something, like we was going to the stadium, parking was ridiculous, you know, that was a lot of money too. And I just think that people would get that back 10 times fold if you went there with a good intent and an open mind. I really thought that, you feel me? And hasn't happened yet, but most definitely will be, you know? I really believe that Donda would have loved this listening party, as strange of an effect that it had on the people here in Chicago. Girl, let me tell you, okay, Chicago already out of whack, you know, we're sitting in traffic and the cars going over the dang on mediums. Girl, people was getting out the Ubers because, you know, it's like a taxi cab. They're building up money, and anyway, we couldn't pay it or whatever. So people was jumping out the Ubers to walk the rest of the way to the stadium, which was like freaking more than 5 miles away. I'm like, ooh, God, I hope y'all ain't had heels on, you know? Just a crazy night. And might as well have been the full moon. It was by the water too. But I enjoyed myself thoroughly. So thank you, Kanye West, for putting on such a super soaker event, because it wet my face like none other. I was just crying. Very emotional. Felt like it was church and we were there to come to be and to show ourselves, our true selves. And there was no judgment. Nobody was judging you as you walk through the door. Oh, why they got that on, or why they crying, or why they extra loud. Like, you couldn't even see or hear all that if you was there to enjoy the show. So I'm happy that I was able to go. I really released a lot of my childhood traumas through that show. I know that sounds crazy, but I did though, and I feel healed. So I know that I am healed, and I just thank God from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to travel that road to see the Donda West listening party event. Like, I have musical connections. The vibes are real. I don't know Kanye West, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I was there to witness what he wanted his mom to feel and witness if she was still here. That was absolutely a genius move. This is why they call Kanye an icon. For those of you who don't know, those of you who choose to dismiss the fact that the whole album was about Donda, come on, y'all. You can't move past that, even if you tried. This album was about Donda and her son, Kanye freaking West, y'all. That's how I feel. I love this album. You know, it took me a long time to really get these words out because I am that guy to know the meaning behind the meaning, to dig a little bit deeper. I am that person to do that. And I'm not ashamed of it. I read in between the lines. I dig a little bit deeper to see what's going on, the skeletons in the closet, not to expose anybody, but to see the real meaning behind the words, the intent behind your words. So, Kanye, I have a lot of questions that I would like to ask you when you get here, when we start to talk and have a conversation and we're recording each other. You know, I want to sit down and discuss some things with you about your mother, discuss some things to you about the upcoming events in your career. Thank you. I'll see you later, Kanye.